Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. All right. Trying to get here a little earlier today, but no cigar. No cigar. Good morning, everybody. Let me turn on the lights real quick. One sec. All right. There we go. Little lights in there. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning, everybody. Let's just say hello to everybody and then we will begin. Got a lot of exciting things to talk about today. And hopefully get us all on the right track. All right, let's start. I always try to come in here a few minutes earlier, and no matter what I try, it just doesn't happen that often. It seems like no matter what time I get up, I come in here at the same time. All right. We got Arnulfo. Good morning, Arnulfo. Gregory, Louis. We got Anu Kumar, Dragon Dawn, John, Yuri's here, Jody, Seth, Robert, Stan, Sandra. Good morning, Minnesota Matt is here. Stacy, Jill. How are you, Jill? Harry, Julio, Lloyd, Genevieve, Dave, Frex, Hefe's here. Eduardo, Richard, Solaire, Kurt, Bernie, Adrian, good morning. Kevin, good morning. We got Nestor, we got Tom, we got the Mr. Normad, the Lin Nomad. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I apologize. The last thing I want to do is misspell any of your names. We got Wade here. We got Kevin from Carlsbad. Welcome. We got George. We got Illinois grain farmer, Art, Pat. We got Al. We got Jesse. Good morning, Jesse. We got Roddy. Gino. Hey, Gino. We got Warren. We got Wade, Dave, Gregory, Mark, Colette, Dave, Kai, George, Braz, Robert, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Jimmy, Greg, Ray, Gordon, Javad, Omar, Mr. $5 million man. Congratulations. Omar passed the $5 million mark. I'll post that later today. Congratulations, Omar. We got Kirk, we got Next Gen, we got Harold, we got Wayne, we got Richard, we got RBX, we got SJL, we got One True Steely, we got Richard. Good morning, Richie. Rihanna, Sherman. Sherman is here. Robert, Jeff, Next Gen. We got a lot of people. This is what we got. Hold on. Let me go back. I don't want to miss anybody here. Oh, yeah. We got Next Gen. We got Dr. Luke. We got Robert. We got Susan, Shamens, Jeff. We got Mind. We got Charlie, Brendan, High Grounder, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Gordon, Dave, Walter. I want to go fast this year. You don't want to go fast when it comes to the market. We got Deanna. We got James. We got Jason. We got Brian. Good morning, Brian. We got Bull. We got Dallas. We got Chris. Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Penny. Good morning, Penny. We got Phil. Good morning, Phil. We got Ruth, Mark, Bobby, Paul, Mike. Moondog is in the house. Steve, Russ, Jacques. Jacques Cousteau's here. I love that. Stefan, RP from Costa Blanca. Yeah, another day in the Thunderdome. That's right. That's right, Brian. Exactly. Ricky, Don, Frank. Is it Dave? Dave. Good morning, Dave. We got Linda. Good morning, Linda. We got Henry, David. We got Sergey, Don, Afa Diaz. We got Arnulfo. Karen the Shark is in the house. Stacy, Steve, Rebecca, Jason, Deanna, John. We got Jimmy, Rachel, Texas Kirk, Nathan, Manuel. He sure does. He sure does. We got Mr. Goose. Gustavo's here. Where's Jax? Jax needs to get his own YouTube tag. Gustavo. Eduardo, how are you? RBX, Next Gen. Tim, good morning, everybody. Victoria, good morning, and welcome. Nvidia Christmas party, huh? Well, let's not celebrate just yet. We got a lot to talk about. I definitely like what I'm seeing, but We definitely need to talk about this. Now, a few things. Uh, Unless you have AT&T fiber optic like Richard, please make sure you're watching a 1080p or it'll download you. It will. It's sneaky. YouTube is very sneaky. So make sure you're not on auto like I am. Make sure you're on 1080p. See, I'm going to switch right now. See, now I'm on 1080p. Don't leave it on auto because if you're wireless, it'll download your speed and then you'll be complaining how you won't be able to see any charts. So, yeah, you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that. So 1080p. And while you're there, if you find this helpful, only if you find this helpful, give us a thumbs up. If you don't find it helpful, you're not obligated. I'm not going to get upset at you. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Hey, Michael. Hey, Terrence. Delbert, David. We got Jason, Bob, Laura. Uh, he sure does. You need to teach me how to do those AI pictures. Send me a few, and I'll print out a couple for you. But I could teach you really quick. Next time I'm on Customer Service Live, I'll show you how to do it, Goose. Okay? It takes a second. It's a lot of fun too. And our work gives us the use of it, so it's easy. God, my dogs. Whew. They're vicious this morning. All right, let's begin. Obviously, you guys could see that we have a nice little boost this morning. Remember what I told you about the whole AI overvalued nonsense? I told you it was all a bunch of bullshit, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. So, if AI was truly overvalued, we wouldn't see the kind of rally we would see in chip stocks. And also, and I'll get into this later, chips are in the lead, by the way. Chips are in the lead. Oh, I could hear myself now. Chips are in the lead. Me and Kevin were talking about what's leading right now. It's not QQQ. It's not Nvidia. It's chips. Chips. Chips are in the lead. Why? Because they are above the 8-day EMA. They are the only sector that's above the 8-day EMA. And I'll talk about that. We still are not out of the woods just yet. Okay. But we're getting close. But one thing we don't have to deal with anymore. Hey, Catherine Cooper, William, good morning. Ralph, Dante, Lawrence, Kai, Stacy, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. We're in a better position now, but we're not out of the woods yet. But that whole AI is overvalued nonsense, forget about it. That's done. That's been put to rest. AI is not overvalued, okay? But we still have a lot of other things to deal with, okay? But we are getting a nice boost, all right? A very, very nice, a nice boost. I did tell you, Stacy, that this whole AI thing was just a bunch of it was just a bunch of nonsense. Hey, Peter, Francisco, good to see you guys. Just a bunch of nonsense. Hey, Bill, Diamond Jen, Tom, U.S. Army. Good morning, Whitco. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So let's continue. Bond market. This is where I'm having a little problem, and I'm hoping that we're going to bottom out right here. We need to bottom out here. Remember, we have a delayed jobs report coming out today, and we have some Fed data coming out today. And hold on a second. Let's see. Let's see something. Yeah, tomorrow we have consumer sentiment, but we do have a jobs report, a jobless claims report in a little bit. So we have to keep focused on it. If it goes into the 300, it'll be a problem. But this is a delayed one, so it shouldn't have as much of an impact. But we're not out of the danger zone just yet. We are not out of danger zone. Folks, listen to me and listen to me good. Right here, if this breaks and comes down here, I couldn't care what Nvidia is doing. It doesn't matter what Nvidia is doing because Nvidia is just one stock. And if this comes down here, it means interest rates are in fact going higher. Remember, 97% chance that interest rates are going lower. We're now at 40%. 97%. We're now at 40 something percent. I have it right here, but 40 something percent. And if the number gets weaker, we're going to break this. If we break this neckline, we're in deep doo-doo. And NVIDIA is not going to save us. So valuations, we're done with that. We've put that to rest. Those analysts who are trying to bring down the price of chip stocks by saying they're overvalued, that's done. But we still have the whole economic concern ahead of us. And this is a lot more meaningful than NVIDIA, especially one day on NVIDIA, okay? Yeah, even if it's over exactly what Omar just said, it's priced in right now. Let's see here. You know, it's crazy about the jobs report. My uncle just got laid off, and they told him there's 2, 3 months behind on filing it for people. Yeah, there's a lot of lag. There's a lot of. I think the employment situation in America is getting worse. Here's my personal opinion. I think and this is just my opinion based on what I'm seeing. I don't this is me talking. Okay, I think unemployment is getting worse, but I think inflation is holding on. I don't think inflation is getting worse. And I also believe that if we did not start with the whole tariff stuff, we were this close to getting inflation under control. Not employment, that's a whole different world. But I think we were getting inflation under control. That's just my personal opinion, and I am entitled to my personal opinion. Okay. US dollar is now above par, my friends. We are now above par. This is really good for the economy, not for stock market, for the economy. For the economy, this puts the dollar now above. That means money is going to start coming into this country once again. This is really good. Now I know for imports and exports, for some things, U.S. dollar is better when it's weaker. For some things, it's better when it's lower. But generally speaking, if we want to attract capital into USA, if we want to attract capital into it's 29, so it's 29. It went from 97% to 29.8% according to Dave, and I'll look at these numbers in a second. Okay, so this is really good. This is really positive. This is going to give a little weakness to gold and crude oil, but I think this is a positive step, especially before we hear the tariff from the Supreme Court. I want to see this strengthen because that means there's a stronger argument that U.S. is going to be in better shape, and obviously will be in better shape, at least in the short term, if we don't get these tariffs unblocked, because it's going to create more uncertainty, and uncertainty is the worst thing for the market. So I like this breakout. I think this is pretty bullish right now. Plus, inflation accumulates unless there's a deflation. Well, yeah, Michael, but then you can argue China's taking. See, China has deflation. We have inflation. We balance each other out on an import-export basis. Anyways, I don't want to get into it because we could be here for 3 hours and it won't solve anything. It's not going to. See, talking about China economy and all that, it's fun, but it doesn't help us make any money. And I want to talk about things that will help us money. So this may put a little pressure on import-export stocks, okay? Just something to keep an eye on, okay? But I think this is very positive for the country, not for the stock market, for the country. It stabilizes our bonds a little bit. I'll get into that in a minute. I'll get into that. Crude oil. Crude oil is doing nothing. I mean, doing nothing. In theory, stronger U.S. dollar should weaken crude oil, but I'm not seeing anything. I mean, this is about as chop as you can get right here, okay? Gold, same thing. Nothing. I mean, we're getting nothing here. We're getting like nothing. I'm going to be doing diagonals on this if this stays this way for a while. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. But it's not bad. And the fact that it's right at the 50-day moving average and right at the quarter-day VWAP is not bad, but it ain't great either. We're just in a wait and see mode right now. Okay. Hey, Yaakov, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Again, folks, if you haven't, make sure you're watching here, just real quick. Make sure you're watching at 1080p right here, 1080. And if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do. Also, VIP room, VIP room, VIP room. I will be answering questions about the pit, and I'll be giving you a walkthrough on the pit. Here's the agenda. Walk through my process for the pit, A through Z. A lot of you want to see my process, so I'm going to show you my process. And it'll be interesting to see my process, and then I'd love to hear from Omar and Richie and see if their process is different or the same as mine, okay? But I'm going to show you my process. When I decide to do a debit spread versus a regular call or a put, how I decide if it's going to be a swing trade or a day trade, how does volume play into the equation when selecting the stock, how to select the best profit target, walk through the last few trades in the pit, and go rabbit hunting for some live trades. Wabbit hunting for some live trades. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good, hi Ivan, does that sound like a good agenda? And here's the customer service live link from 10 to 1 Cam and uh, and Gustavo and Goose, they uh, they're there to help you. And the pit is, yeah, the pit is. There's nothing like the pit. There really isn't anything like the pit. Um, I am demonstrating new addition to Pro Trader dashboard. Very nice, very nice. Hey Bob. Bob says hell yes. Jimmy says for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And that happens at noon Eastern time today. Let's continue. China, what is China doing? China is breaking the 100-day moving average. This is not good for USA. This is not good for the USA. It's not good for global economy, but since we live in USA, it's not good for USA. And remember, we have a lot of ADR stocks that we trade here, like Baba, Baidu. This is not good. I'd like to get up from here and get back above the 50-day. This is not good. The worst thing that can happen is we can go down to traverse now and go down to the 200. We're not doing that yet. This is holding on, and I'm hoping this will hold on just like this held on and bounced back. I mean, in theory, we are making a higher high, but I don't like this because this can give weakness to the world economy. Okay, good, Stefan. Good, good. Raymond, good. So not happy about China. Not happy about China at all. Bitcoin. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin looks like it's trying to consolidate here. It's not. Now, here's the thing you need to see, and this is important. Uh, Thanks, Omar. I appreciate it. Well, that's what I use. I use the Pro Trader dashboard to pick trades for the pit. So I'm going to show you my process on the Pro Trader dashboard, which is what I use for pit. So we're going to go hunting for pit trades using the Pro Trader dashboard. Hopefully that clarifies it, because that is what I use. Thank you, Mr. $5 million man. Hey, Omar, if somebody told you a year ago that you'd make $5 million using the Pro Trader dashboard, would you believe them? I love when a plan comes together. All right. Love it when a plan comes together. Hey, Captain Beef. So, right now, notice this breakdown. It's a pretty strong breakdown. And notice we're not in a hurry. Uh, would you use Omar if not Pro Trader? Of course. You see this? We're not in a hurry to rally back up. That's a problem. We're building a base here. And the longer we build a base here without going back to the 8 or the 15, that's what I wanted to hear, Omar. To the 8 to the 15, it's not good. So this is not good. I'd really like to see a rally. Otherwise, I'll be fading this. I'll be selling dips. Excuse me, selling rallies, selling rallies using intraday 8-day EMA. We're not there yet. I'm just letting you know what I'm looking at. This is not a good sign. More likely than not, we're going to pull back up. But then the longer we stay here, the lower the odds that the pullback will be meaningful. Pullback back up will be meaningful. The shorter we stay here, the more likelihood that the pullback would be meaningful. Basically, what I'm saying is the more we stay here, the more the bears will become emboldened. Okay? All right. All right. Okay. Uh, we're actually doing pretty good on time today, considering everything. Let's see how the market's doing. The market is really strong, really strong. We like this. And folks, please, 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 and I'll talk about this a lot today. Please don't go buying when the market opens. It's a time to liquidate your positions. We're going to have a gap up. Gap ups are a license to liquidate existing positions. Okay, they're not licenses to get into positions. We want to be liquidating this morning. Okay. Okay. Overall stock market. This is a good time for you guys to start giving me your catalysts. Catalysts. All right. What are the catalysts? As I start talking about this, please don't say, I mean, obviously, don't say Nvidia. Just say chip stocks. Chip stocks. Chips. Chips. Okay. Chip stocks. All right. Uh, we're up very strongly because of Nvidia, obviously, giving us a boost. Nvidia rose 4%. No, you don't want to buy it right now. Please don't buy it right now. Uh, by the way, they were expecting 7.7%. Let's see what it's up right now. According to earnings, they were expecting 7.7%. Let's see how much we're up right now. We're up only 4.94%. Did you know that 78% of the time, Nvidia does not outperform its expected move? 78% of the time. It does not outperform its expected move, which means it's actually a pretty good candidate for a time spread. I did a different time spread, but Nvidia does not outperform its move 78% of the time. Did you know that? You would know that if you had data miner. Okay. So see how it did not outperform its expected move as of yet? It may go up another 2%, but as of right now, the expected move was 7.7%. Just saying. Just saying. All right. You too, Omar. I'll talk to you soon. Good luck and keep me updated as you always do. So let's see. We got Fed data, Fed speakers, chips, infotech, consumer staples, Fed speakers, and consumer discretionary. Minnesota Matt. Consumer discretionary too. You missed consumer discretionary. And you missed, let's see, did you get infotech? Yeah, you got everything I did. Chips. I got mags, obviously. Today, mags. Nvidia's a mag. Consumer discretionary, consumer staples too. Fed data, infotech, and financials. Did you get financials? No. Yeah, financials. Yeah, financials and infotech. Okay. So let's now go through all this. Strong results from the AI helped ease concerns about potential bubble in the AI sector. I told you there's no bubble in the, they're morons. That's what they are. Uh, they're yeah. Delayed September job report is coming out in a few minutes, which will provide investors clues on a Federal Reserve policy outlook. I don't know if it's going to be any valid today, but keep an eye on it. GE, I didn't notice this. See, I did not notice this. This was not on my radar yesterday. GEV climbed over 7%. I didn't get the memo. Usually I don't miss things, but I missed this one yesterday. Chip stocks gained grounds. We got that. Utilities gained grounds. We got that. I like how they're now nuclear. I love how they're now nuclear stocks. Before they were just boring utility stocks. Now chip stocks are AI. Folks, chip stocks are now AI stocks, and utility stocks are now nuclear stocks. Isn't that fun? How marketing works? Profit taking, profit taking. Let me do my analysis. Profit taking. This is not a time to buy. This is a time to, gifts are gaps. Gaps are gifts, okay? US trade deficit narrowed. This is good. The minutes from the committee during my birthday, they released on Wednesday show that many Fed officials said it would likely be appropriate to keep interest rates unchanged. Hey, unchanged. What happened? Many participants suggested that under the economic outlook, it would likely be appropriate to keep the target range unchanged for the rest of the year. The minutes also showed several officials opposed reducing the benchmark rate last month, including this guy right here. At the same time, several participants said another rate cut would be appropriate, could well be appropriate in December if the economy evolved about as expected ahead of the next meeting. It's not. Well, here's my question. How would they know if it evolved as expected if they don't have the data? Okay. All right. Uncertainty is running high because of lost data. Yeah, well, it is. That's true. We're now pricing in a 68% of no rate cut, which means there's only a 31% chance that they're going to cut rates all the way from 97% to 30 something percent. And who here told you about it? Who here told you that they're probably not going to cut rates in December? When we were at 97%, who told you we're probably not going to cut rates in December? You remember that? Who here told you 2 weeks ago that this whole AI overvalued is a bunch of bullshit? I did. And I would doubt, and I'd like to see anybody tell me that I didn't. Did I not say it was all bullshit? I dare anybody to say that I didn't say that. All right. I said I'm very doubtful that interest rates are going to go lower in December. And I did say that. I did say that. Clyde, yes, Clyde said it. Clyde did say it. He did. It pays to come here. US monthly payroll report for September is going to be released in a couple of hours. Folks, do you think that's going to be very instrumental to us right now? No, no. The report was originally scheduled for October 3rd. Folks, this report is not going to be very useful at all, but was delayed due to government shutdown. Payroll will come in at 53. I mean, this is not useful anymore. Labor Department said on Wednesday it won't release October jobs report, but will incorporate the payroll figures into the November reading scheduled after the Fed's final meeting for 2025. So we're not really going to know. I did. Yeah, Clyde. It was Clyde. It was Clyde. Hey, Richard. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Richard. Hey, guys, let's give it up for Richard Feinberg. He's back. He had some health issues, but he's back. All right. Yeah, Clyde, me, we all did. Everybody did. Clyde has had a lot to say lately. Unemployment rate will be reported today. That I'd really like to see because I think unemployment rate is going up. Manufacturing index will be coming out today. New home sales will be coming out today. Walmart is already out with earnings. Let's see what Walmart is doing. Mhm. Did they come out already? Do you guys know what Walmart came out at? I don't know. This is probably a little delayed. Here, let me open up my TC 2000. Let's see. Survey says. All right. Let's see what Walmart is doing. Oops. It's up about a dollar. Okay, it's up almost 2%. That's good. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let me just see something. Ooh, oh my. Taking it under the chin here. Okay. Okay, so Walmart is doing good. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. We got Intuit later today. We got Copart. We got a bunch of Fed speakers. Europe is up 0.63, not all that much. This morning, a sentiment got a boost from AI, Nvidia. Tech stocks climbed on Thursday. China closed lower today. We're not getting any tailwind from China. As investors locked in profits, new energy stocks retreated on Thursday. Chip and tech stocks fell. That's not good. That's not good. Bloomberg reported that China is waiting fresh measures to revive its struggling property market. Japan closed sharply higher, snapping a 4-day. They're following us. Easing valuation concerns over the AI sector. Thank God for small favors. Chip and tech stocks rallied on Thursday. Meanwhile, Japan government tumbled on Thursday, sending the 30-year yield to record high, which means interest rates are at a very, very low, intensifying over fiscal implication of stimulus package. All right. All right. Yeah, Walmart is up about 1.9. Exactly. Exactly. That's funny, Penny. All right, let's continue. And we got Infotech, we got Infotech, we got Infotech, and we got Nvidia. And Walmart is both consumer staples and consumer discretionary. I'm going to repeat that again. Folks, Walmart is both consumer discretionary and consumer staples. How do I know that? I have a common sense in my head. Think about Walmart. Don't you buy your consumer staples and your consumer discretionary stuff there? Of course you do. So it's both. It's retail, retail, consumer retail. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the stock market, shall we? Volatility is down. I like this gap. I'd like to see us at the 200-day moving average. We're still at 20, folks. Now, folks, volatility is still telling us we're in a troubled time right now. Don't go buying stocks right now thinking that we're in the clear. We are not in the clear. Nvidia can let me give you an analogy, okay? Let's see what the bond market's doing. Bond market's going up like crazy. This is good. This is good. All right. Bond market's going up. Let's see what chips are doing. Chips are going up. SPY's going up. Let's see what financials are doing. They're going up. Good. Good. This is good. 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 Another boost for the market. Good. So let me explain this. And I tried to explain this to a couple of folks yesterday. So let me explain this to you, okay? And folks, I'm going to jump around a little bit right now. I talk a lot. I say a lot. What I'm going to say right now is really important, okay? Nvidia is like a dog that hasn't been walked in 2 weeks. You know how when you go on vacation and you kennel your dog and your dog hasn't seen you in a couple of weeks, and the dog comes out and he starts jumping all over you and he gets really, really excited and he wants to go for a walk, and when he's walking he's pulling you. That's Nvidia right now. The owner of that dog is the market. Okay, look at the S&P. Just want to give you a little heads up. The S&P is right at the 50-day moving average. It's not even above the 8-day EMA yet. It's just at the 50-day moving average. The bond market, which is going up right now, which is really great, is right at a neckline, okay? If the bond market, if the economy breaks, basically what I'm trying to say is this: that dog is going to lead the owner maybe for 5-10 minutes, but ultimately the owner is going to walk the dog. The dog is not going to walk the owner. You understand what I'm trying to say? So Nvidia is like a dog that's trying to walk you, but this is the owner. And this is the big picture right here. And this is the bottom line, not Nvidia. This is the bottom line right here. This is the bottom line right here. So we need to get above this area at least. We need to get a confirmation. We don't have a confirmation yet. Okay? So don't get too excited just yet. It's a little too early to get excited. We're good on one front, but we still don't have the economic front. Okay? Yeah, let's see. I don't have anything here. All right. Unemployment for poor, non-farm payroll. Yeah, so this is telling us that interest rates need to go lower. That's what this is telling us, that interest rates need to go lower. But we'll see how the other side of this looks. Okay? So, yeah, it's not a bad report. So my point is, folks, is I like what I'm seeing in Nvidia, and it's a good start. But this is the dog getting excited about his walk. You understand? We don't know if the owner worked last night. We don't know if he's sick. We don't know if he's emotionally stable. There's a lot of basically the dog is happy, but we don't know if the owner is on the same page. Basically, we don't know if the owner is just as happy to see the dog as the dog is happy to see the owner. You understand? And ultimately, unless you have a Great Dane, you're going to control your dog. So the problem is Nvidia can do all it wants, but this is the big picture right here. Okay? This is the big picture right here, the RSP. And you have to be mindful of that as we're going through this, okay? This is where we're at. This is where the SPY is at right now. Okay? And if this breaks, we're not in a good place. If this breaks, we're not in a good place. So I like what I'm seeing right now in the short term, but in the long term, I need to see a hell of a lot more than Nvidia and Walmart earnings. Okay? I'm just giving you heads up. So get excited, but don't get too excited, okay? Put the call ratio. Put the call ratio told us yesterday that there were still a lot of concerns that bears were still really aggressive yesterday. Not too aggressive, but enough aggressive, which means we were still overextended, which means we should be moving towards the call side. This will 100% be lower today because Nvidia is going crazy unless we have a turnaround intraday, and I don't think we will. So I think that when we look at this tomorrow, it'll be somewhere over here, okay? But this is a good sign. This is telling us the market's bottoming out in the short term. This is telling us the market's bottoming out, okay? What about sector strengths? Yesterday, we started showing a little bit of interest coming into here, QQQ. Remember QQQ was down here? QQQ is now up here. Communication services is up here. Retail is starting to come up. It looks like we're starting to come up. After today, this will look very different for obvious reasons because of Nvidia. But it looks to us, to me, like Tech and chips are starting to come up here. Starting to come up here a little bit, okay? Starting to come up. What about momentum levels? Remember yesterday I warned you about number of stocks making 20-day lows? Look what we came in the day to, 326, and look at the day before. 465, 326, 301. Guess what this will be today when we open? Probably 100 because this is the lows, 20-day lows. We're not making 20-day lows. This number is going to go a lot higher. This number is going to go a lot lower, which means we're going to get into a mixed market unless this gets above 100. A chop land. This is going to get to, you'll see when we open, this will be, and I'll show you, this will be like at 100. Okay. So we're moving in the right direction. The question is, how high can we get? How instrumental, how big of a catalyst can Nvidia be? It's a big catalyst for the market, but it's nothing for the economy. Okay. Again, I'm just explaining to you the rationality of things. Don't get too excited just yet. And especially don't get too excited. There's going to be a lot of profit and loss taking in the morning. A lot of shorts are going to be taking their loss this morning. Okay. All right. Let's continue. So talked about put to call ratio. We talked about the sentiment here. Tech levels. QQQ above the 50-day moving average. Do you guys remember me telling you? Actually, do you remember me writing to you yesterday on Telegram that I don't think the SPY has enough mustard to get above the 50-day moving average until Nvidia and Walmart earnings are out. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could find it for you. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. Hold on. Hold on. Could have swore I did that. Maybe I did it here privately. Hold on. Could have swore I wrote that. Huh. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Anyways, so I thought I wrote this for you, but I thought I did. But anyway, or maybe I said it to you, but I said I don't, yesterday I said I don't think the Walmart and Nvidia are going to get above the 50-day moving average till we have earnings on Nvidia. And now we did. So NASDAQ is right above the 50-day moving average. Here, let me show you live right now. Here. So this is live. This is your high volume area. We need to get above this area right here, this area right here to see a major move, okay? You can right now get right here and then we can just come right back down. So we need to get above this area. This is a pretty deep sell-off. And by the way, do you remember I told you yesterday that I think we're bottoming out, just like we bottomed up, made an up here and we bottomed out and now we're going to go up? We had this conversation yesterday. You guys were all here, remember? I want to see this go up. We're overextended right now to the downside. Remember, we're overextended to the downside, just like we're overextended to the upside. Yes, last 2 days. Do you guys remember all this? It was just yesterday and the day before that. We're getting overextended to the downside. We need to bounce. Hello, hello. We're getting overextended. Remember, from here to here, too much. Do you guys remember that? You remember that convo? Okay. Okay, next gen remembers. Dr. Luke remembers. Okay, great. Because it would be kind of weird if I was talking, if I was doing this all for myself. Okay, okay. So you see how we're now back here. Well, now we need to get above. Now we need to get above here, and now we need to get above here. This is nothing. This is just the first step. This is just the first step. The 8 is still below the 15. The 8 has to get above the 15 on all of the indices. Look at SMH, which is leading, by the way, right now. This is leading right now. Okay, look how far up we are above this. The 8 is still below the 15. The 8 has to get above the 15. This is a resistance level, 352.31 right there. Okay, QQQ, same thing. We got a resistance level here. The 8 has to get above the 15. This is just a start. This is just a start. Okay, so you guys do remember. Okay, good. And look at RSP. We've got a long ways to go. We've got a long ways to go. Now, I do like the market. I like what I'm seeing, but you've got a resistance right here. You got a resistance right here, and you got a resistance right here. So there's a lot of stuff. And this is not going to be dependent on earnings. This is going to be dependent on the economy. Earnings came out twice better than they expected, and there is no more AI mishigas with the whole overvalued. That's done. So now we're back to the economy. Okay. So we have a lot of levels we need to overcome. More importantly, we need the 8-day to be above the 15. We need the 8-day to be above the 15. We need the 8-day to be above the 15, which will happen if this continues moving higher or stays here. Be careful. There's a lot of resistance here. Look at mags. There's a resistance area right here, right there, 66. Strong resistance at 66. We need to overcome this area. We got to overcome this and trade right here. Okay. So again, I'm just showing you we have a big hill to climb. And if bond market breaks below, and which is it's doing right now, it's still there. It's still in this area. But if this breaks here, forget about it. Forget about it. It's a pie in the sky. It will take the market with it. Okay. Okay. Let's do intraday levels. By the way, yesterday's level on the bonds were really good. Now, if you guys look, this is afterwards. Look, my intraday levels yesterday on the bond market. Look at that. One, two, three, one, two. And right here too. All right. Let's start with the bonds today. All right. Let's see. Okay, we got this here. Here. There. A lot of randomness overnight. Right there. Perfect. Let me get this for you. There's a chance I'll be able to get to work on time today. Folks, is this helpful to you? Does this give you a good sense of market rhythm? Not this 5 minute thing, but overall. Uh, all right, let's post this for you. Post this for you. Okay. Spy levels. Let's erase this. Spy's been looking beautiful overnight. Look at that. That's good. That's nice right there. These are great levels. These are really good levels. That's very tight right there. Here, let me just do one more. That's very tight. Very good levels right there. If I do say so myself. Here's SPY levels. Let's do QQQ levels. Lost without it, huh, Mary? Well, good. I'm glad you guys are getting value. If you guys are getting value out of it, give us a thumbs up, please. Just one time. Okay. Okay. That's good right there. Get these for you. QQQ levels. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Bobby says I'm addicted. Good, 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 good. All right. Let's do mags. Do mag levels here. Mags had a little directional bias last night. I could see right here. They were definitely not random yesterday. Okay, that'll work. All right, let's put that in there. Let's do SMH levels. These are going to be pretty important today. And SMH will be leading today. That I could promise you. All eyes are on SMH today. Let's put that here. My wife took her friends to St. Augustine yesterday. They have the lights. They have some of the nicest lights for the holidays. They went on a boat yesterday, had a lot of fun. The weather was really nice yesterday. Usually it's cold every year, but yesterday was really nice. And Clyde and I were watching the markets while she was doing that. All right. SMH levels. And let's now do the Russell 2000 levels. Hey, we almost have 300 thumbs up. That's nice. Thank you, Adam. All right, let's put that there. Put that there. There. Russell was kind of weird last night, but not too bad. Okay, that's good. I'm not really that big on trading the Russell 2000, but I know a lot of people do like it, so. All right, I think that covers everything. Now, let's do our small caps. And let me just give you a little note here. Here, before you get too excited here. Let me just put this here. Okay, here, look, here's what I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to post this, and you should pay attention to this. This is SPY daily chart. Don't get too excited. We break above the two resistance levels I drew for you above here, above current price. Okay? So I'm putting this on Telegram for you guys. Putting this on Telegram for you guys. So there's some levels here we need to break. Like mags, for example. If mags don't break this level right here, we have no soup here. Let me put this for you too. Remember, this is daily, not 5-minute charts. Here. On daily, mags have to break the level above. Before that happens, no soup for us. Okay? I posted it on Telegram right now again. All right. Okay. So let's now talk about small cap stocks, and I'll give you my large cap stocks, and then I'm going to go to work without rushing. Volume. Okay. Let's see what comes our way today. Last few days, we haven't had that much. Yeah. AUID above 305. Ooh. MNDR above 645. Hmm, no. Hmm, no. Um, BNKK. As of right now, I'll just put 30 cents, but I don't know what the high will be pre-open. So I'll put a little question mark by it. Okay. Um, MAGN above 1280. Yeah, I think that's it. That's not a small cap stock. That looks beautiful, but that's not a small cap stock. No, that's pretty much it. Nope, that's it. Okay, let me write this. You want me to look at a PSTV? No, no, no soup for PSTV. All right, let me write this right now. Let me write this for you guys. AUID greater than 305. We got MNDR, oops, greater than 645. We got BNKK greater than 30 cents with a question mark. I don't know what the high will be. I'll put a little question mark there. Okay. MAGN above 1280. Okay. Now let's look at our large cap stocks. Okay. Folks, please be careful today. This morning is for profit. Gaps are for profit taking. Okay. All right. Let me show you my shorts first. MKTX. It's a nice short right there. FDS. It's a nice short right there. Real nice short. Nice looking stock too. Nice short. Um, First time we're ever talking about this stock, right? First time. How many times have we had it on our list in the last since here? Like 10, 20, 30, 40 times? What do you guys think? You want me to look at SOND, Rebecca? SOND. Uh yeah, we can add SOND to our list. Okay, I'll bite. SOND above 38 cents, okay? 38 cents. Here, I'll post it for you. Okay, there we go. STZ, please don't say this is the first time you hear this stock from me because I'll laugh at that. Must have had this stock. Yeah, Sond is okay. Sond is okay. I must have missed that one. BM on NR, as you could see, the stock is well below our neckline here. BMNR. CMCSA. I don't know why this has five letters, but it's a very nice short. MSTR, we all know what type of stock this is. Gotta be careful with this. A bearish stock as of right now. CRCL, Boeing. It does this every time. Okay, Boeing. Toast. And by the way, if you see stocks breaking down, my weak stocks, like these stocks breaking down on a day when the market's up 400 points, that means institutions are selling it. Okay, that's a fact. It's hard for a stock not to be, it's hard for a stock not to be up today, basically. So if you see stocks being sold off aggressively, I guarantee you institutions are selling them. And again, we don't know what will happen after the opening, folks. I think we're a little overextended to the upside. That's a nice short right there. It's a nice short. And phase. I'm giving you guys some really good stocks here. Do we need Pro for the pit? The Pro Trader dashboard? No, you don't need it, Jim. No, you don't need it, but it's nice to have it so you can kind of see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. You'll see today. I'll show you how I use the Pro Trader dashboard for the pit today. I'll be that's what I'll be on today at noon. We'll do a full hour of my processes. I want to show you my process. I think that when people see my process, they start getting like an aha moment. Okay, long stocks, STLD. Now, folks, please, most stocks will look really, really good in the morning today. Okay, most stocks will look really, really good in the morning today. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You got to wait at least, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but you got to give the market at least an hour to settle and see what's what's still standing. Applied materials. Obviously, you don't want to buy this in the morning today. It's going to be up like there's no tomorrow. So, but just something to keep an eye on. If it goes up, consolidates, and goes below the VWAP, we may have a chance, a bite at the apple, so to speak. I still like Google. I shouldn't have gotten out of it yesterday, but we took a 50% something profit on weekly cash flow. Still love Google. Guild, nice looking stock. Especially tech today, folks. Please, please, please don't get excited and don't start buying up things in the morning today. Please don't do that. Guild, Cisco, I liked it yesterday too. It's gonna have a nice breakout today. I bet. Yeah, there you go. Boom. That's a nice look on Cisco. Guardian Health. Basically, I'm seeing a lot of tech stocks and a lot of healthcare stocks rally. It's a nice rally on Guardian Health. Light. Remember this stock? I gave it to you a few days ago. Somebody made good money on it. I think it was Jason. Send me a nice email. It's getting a little overextended, so this is only good for day trading. And I'll talk about that at noon today quite a bit. Lily. Joel says, confused by Pro Trader dashboard? Really? I'll gladly help you out. Um, Lily. Lily. Lily is yeah, nice, very strong stock. IMAX, IMAX, Vist. That's a nice look to it. Choppy, but nonetheless. L and Coco. That's right, Coco. All right. One second. One second. All right. Any questions? Let's see. Don is saying, is Charter still good? I took it for a day trade yesterday, Don. I got out right like right by the close. Let's see, where was it? Like right here. I told you guys to go short right here. It went up a little bit against us and then it came back down and it closed right here. And I got out right at 94, low 90, like 94.12, 94.15, somewhere around there. So, but I still like it for a short. Still like it for a short. Look, beautiful downtrend. Okay. Okay. So I gave you everything you need to know. Let me give you some wisdom right now. Now, look, folks, the stocks are going to open up really, really strong. The odds are they're going to have a pullback. A lot of people are going to come in. Short sellers are going to take profit. People are going to be repositioning. Give the market at least half an hour to an hour to show itself. Don't fear, don't get FOMO. We are just look at RSP. Look at RSP. Here, let me post this for you guys. You're not going to miss out on anything, okay? I promise you. If anything, you're going to get suckered into something. So look at where RSP here is. So here, I'm going to post this for you. Don't get FOMO this morning. This is a daily chart of equal weighted SPY. It is still struggling to get above the 100-day line. We are not nearly as bullish as the SPY makes it look. This is what the real market looks like. Give it time to show that it really wants to go up. I can't say that in any other words for you guys other than that, okay? Please be, so look, I posted this for you. It's there for you. Look at where we're at, folks. We're just coming into this channel. We still have to overcome this. We still have to overcome this. And then we have a chance to come up here. There's a lot of stuff we need to overcome. And we have a big question mark with the economy. Remember, Nvidia is like that dog that hasn't been walked in 24 hours. It's like a 9-month-old poodle that hasn't been walked in 24 hours. It's excited. It's going to want to go everywhere. Don't let it pull you around. Let the dog settle and see what it really wants to do and if it really wants to go home with you, okay? Give the market a little time. Give the market a little time. Let's see if the economic conditions become more clearer, okay? And let's keep an eye on the bond market. Wow, I went over an hour with you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. We have a time spread in BBWI in the a bonus trade in the pit. We'll see how that does. The odds are we're going to have today's option expire this Friday's option expire worthless, and we have all next week to see upside. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated, and I'll be updating you every step of the way. How is your friend's? Oh, Les is doing much better. He's doing much better. He doesn't have the tube anymore. He's now breathing on his own. He's doing much better, much better. Thank you for asking. And yeah, let me post the links for you guys. I'm actually early today. I don't know what's going on with me. Clyde must be behaving himself. So here's the link for VIP room. That's where I'll be walking through my process today. Okay. I'll have a full hour to do my process today. Maybe we'll do a bonus trade like we did yesterday. But if you took a day trade on Charter, you should have gotten out with about $1 profit at the end of the day yesterday. Okay. Right there's customer service live. I don't know. Let's see after the first hour, Kenneth, right? It's a little overextended now. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Thank you for all the wonderful feedback and everything. I appreciate it. Hey, Fred, I was wondering where you were. Usually you're the first one to post. I was thinking, where's Fred? Where's Fred? There he is. Fred, hopefully this has been helpful to you, and hopefully you've been making a little money on the side. Fred Vertuvian Fred, he's an institutional trader. He trades institutional money. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Be careful. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe the first hour. Let's see how things go, okay? I'll be updating.